It's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me always is T-Money, king of puppies. There you go. Long week once again for me. So if my hair looks like it's a mess, that's because it's I'm tired. But anyway, let's get to the January. What was it? On the Monday?
It was February, bro.
Oh, it's February. I'm used to saying January. It's February
4th.
February 4th and 5th. It's Raw and Smackdown 2019. Here we go. Starting off Monday Night Raw with Stephanie McMahon about to introduce, but she gets interrupted by the person she's introducing. Becky Lynch, winner of the second annual Women's Royal Rumble. And the conversation goes a little south when they start mentioning that leg of hers that she injured during the Royal Rumble. And how she was limping the whole time when she was either both on Raw and SmackDown the nights after the Royal Rumble, which was last week. To this day, she still hasn't seen any of the medics. She hasn't seen any doctors, in which were represented by WWE. So, Stephanie McMahon had to ask her, will you go see it? And she did not. So, by default, Stephanie had to do her job. If she refuses to see the medics, she had to suspend her. Becky didn't want to hear it, but she did. Then Becky lashed out, attacking Stephanie McMahon, and while exerting herself, got kicked in the knee in question and was limping the whole time. So, yeah. What will be the first match after that? Fiasco of Becky Lynch's suspension.
And then she kept on fighting Stephanie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ronda Rousey would then talk Becky Lynch down, saying that she will fight Becky Lynch, but she's telling her to go home and rest instead of doing all this childish stuff. So the next match would be the first match: Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. After that little showcase of Becky Lynch attacking Stephanie McMahon, Ronda Rousey goes out to prove that she is a champion and would fight Liv Morgan representing Riot Squad. You know, the girl with the pink hair and the tongue. Always got something changing the color of her tongue. Candy, something, lollipop.
Yeah, it's probably lollipop.
Something like that. In which case, Liv Morgan would try to run around on the ring, but as soon as, it wasn't even that long, honestly. It's because as soon as Ronda Rousey got her arm on Liv Morgan, tap it out like that real quick. She would then look at Sarah Logan. Did I say that right?
Sarah Logan.
Yeah, I said it right. And then look at her saying, you want a piece? Because she's the muscle of the Riot Squad. And immediately go into another match against Sarah Logan. In which case, same result. Only Logan would actually fight her pretty damn well. Until she was put in that armbar. And just tap out. Real quick. Everybody was speculating it would be Ruby Riott that fights Ronda Rousey right after that. But nope. She then takes her two wounded friends, comrades really, and says that she is looking to help her friends more than make a point. That she is a better friend and that Ronda Rousey doesn't know anything about that. I'm like, yeah, that's her excuse because she just saw two of her people that she trains with get their asses whooped like it was nothing. And she had already gotten her ass whooped similar fashion by Ronda Rousey already. So she knows she's going to get that ass whooping if she just steps in the ring with Ronda. So she avoided that altogether. So let's see. We got winner Ronda Rousey. Go to the next one. All right. It would be another, what was it? Yeah, 4-way elimination. Well, no, it's not elimination. Because SmackDown, last week, they had a 4-way elimination tag team match to determine the number 1 contenders. This time, it would be a 1 fall. 4-way elimination tag. Keep saying elimination. I like the elimination rule. 4-way tag team match between Heavy Machinery, Lucha House Party, excluding Kalisto, the B Team, and the Revival. This would be the 3rd match that the Heavy Machinery has gotten, but it's been one after the other. It'd be on Raw, it'd be on SmackDown, it'd be on Raw. So they haven't decided yet where they're going to be. In the meantime, we get damn good matches like this. Heavy Machinery would definitely pull their weight around, but seeing it was just one fall for this fatal 4-way tag, they took it all over the place. And Kalisto was watching on the side, seeing his 2 buddies from the Lucha House Party just skydive out of the ring, and got, and he's got a freaking noise making the size of my arm. Can you imagine that? Spinning that damn thing. That's working your arm. In which case, out of nowhere, it would be a sneaky pin from the Revival that got the win. So now the Revival got another title shot, but this time, nobody can say no. It wasn't given to them. They earned it by fighting 3 other teams. So now the Revival will be going up against the glorious team of Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Did I say his name right? Chad Gable?
Chad Gable.
Thank you. At Elimination Chamber. Will that be in the kickoff or during the actual showtime? We don't know. We don't know yet. I would bet it's going to be in the kickoff because not a lot of people are liking Raw tag team titles right now. SmackDown's doing a lot better on the tag team. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that would be the next thing on the list would be... Yeah, see, the Revival, I remember that.
Kurt Angle comes in and makes his way.
You want to say this one?
Yeah, Kurt Angle comes in and makes his way about his accomplishments. He talks about his accomplishments, but he's being interrupted by Drew McIntyre.
Actually, it's Baron Corbin first. Then Drew McIntyre comes out.
He says,
well, they got that wrong. I know for a fact it was Baron Corbin that comes out.
Oh, yeah, Corbin interrupts and talks about no one wants to hear about your accomplishments. That was in the past. They want to talk about, they want to talk about today.
Nah, that's not true. We know we love Kurt. And then, of course, Drew McIntyre comes out saying that it's all about him wanting to live in the limelight still. Wanting that glory that he no longer has, and mentioning his defeat against Drew McIntyre himself. Mm-hmm. And how he beat him with 2 of his moves, and actually his finisher, his submission holds finisher, the ankle lock. I was like, okay, that's rubbing salt on the wound. After that, it would be those 2 walking to the ring, looking to put Kurt Angle out, but who would be the person?
Braun Strowman.
That come to the rescue. Hell yeah. And we got to admit, despite the fact that he had issues with Kurt, you cannot deny that while Kurt Angle was general manager, Kurt Angle fed the monster among men. With his policy, you got issues, you got beef, sell it in the ring. Which means every week, Braun Strowman would have somebody else to beat the hell living hell out of. Plus, he earned his respect with Kurt.
But when wrestlers do that, when they have an issue with the general manager, they sometimes the general manager tells them go take out in the ring, but they don't like how some of them don't like how they have to put their title on the line if they're champion.
Mostly heel side by side.
Yeah.
That match would be later set at a later time during the night. So let's go ahead and get going.
Baby and Sasha Banks take on Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox for the
Final
qualifying. That's what I was gonna say. Qualifying WWE Women's Tag Team title.
Mm-hmm. For Raw, it would be the last slot. So with C, this was pretty interesting. I did not think of this. I like that. It would be the crazy Alicia Fox versus the Twisted Sister, crazy Nikki Cross.
They both crazy in tag team.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's cool. They said, "Don't cross Fox." The Fox wanted to play. The Fox wanted to play. Nobody wanted to play with Nikki, but the Fox did. I'm like, okay, I'm already liking this this setup. Let's hope they stay as a tag team. I hope they do. I didn't want her to go to Raw then because I was hoping that she'd be hanging out with Sanity, which has not appeared on SmackDown
but here's the thing,
for a while.
But here's the thing, bro. WWE said they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna put it with Sanity. They want them to be separated.
Yeah, and with this tag team crazy femme fatale, that might actually be a good gimmick to go with. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nikki Cross staying on Raw to team up with Alicia Fox. Team crazy. Let's go.
Let's see how long that's gonna last, because they want to change it. They want to change stuff. Just like they talking about I ain't seen this to y'all. They're talking about changing Andrea. They still talking about changing Andrea Siama's name.
We'll see. Maybe taking away wrestling heritage name. If they did that's both. Let's talk about that during SmackDown, because he is mentioned on SmackDown. Anyway, in that match between Bayley and Alicia Fox versus Bayley, Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross, the match wouldn't even start until a little later because they're fighting it right at the stage. They even stepped outside to do their little entrance. No, they're fighting already when the Bayley's music hits. I'm like, what? Where's everybody? Go. So finally the match actually officially starts, and they took out Sasha Banks. Bayley's left alone to get whooped by both the crazy chicks. But out of nowhere, Bayley got the quick 1, 2, 3 pin off of Nikki Cross, and Alicia Fox is livid, saying, "I am not a loser. You lost." And Nikki Cross is just holding her hair, and she's got long hair, so excuse the fact that I got short hair. It's like, ah! She's just livid that she got pinned. So it would be, for Raw, it would be Team Samoa of Nia Jax and Tamina. Who is the other tag team? It would be the Riot Squad, Miv Morgan and Sarah Logan. Sarah. Yeah, that was Sarah. Sarah Logan. And now Bayley and Sasha Banks, the hugging boss. Boss huggers, whatever it's called. Yeah. So we'll get to SmackDowns when we get to it. Next.
Raw Dog comes out.
You want this one?
And does his classic. Raw Dog comes out and does his classic introduction. He introduces Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett makes his way down to the ring for his match. Jeff introduces himself, but then Road Dogg interrupts and they beg him to sing along with My Baby Tonight. Elias interrupts, and as he comes out, Elias says that the song hasn't aged well as they have. Elias insults Road Dogg about SmackDown low ratings and says he'd rather watch Adam Levine at the halftime show.
Yeah, if he was on SmackDown singing, they already have low ratings. Mm-hmm. Don't bring that over here. Come on. It'd just be Elias just insulting them, really. Mm-hmm. And then the match would go on between Jeff Jarrett and Elias with Road Dogg on the sidelines. Ultimately, Elias wins, but he ain't the one last man standing. It would be Jeff Jarrett and the Road Dogg kicking the hell and hitting him with the guitar off of Elias's back, and they got the final say, and they leave the arena.
You know how long it's been, Jeff Jarrett, since he been in WWE ring? 20 years.
No, he was in the he was in the ring.
No,
he was in the ring.
No, 20
2 weeks ago.
No,
at the Royal Rumble.
I'm talking about a Raw arena.
Okay.
It's been 20 years since he's been in a Raw arena.
Next. 15-minute mark.
Elias versus Jeff Jarrett.
We just saw.
No, we didn't tell about the match. Who won?
We just did. It was Elias. Hello, right there. And then they attacked him. Keep on.
Dana Brooke fronts Natalya backstage and apologizes for them losing last week.
And she poured her heart out, got frustrated that she wasn't paying attention, and you could even hear a fan saying in the back, saying, "I knew it," because she had those wireless headbuds under her mane of hair, just covering it. She didn't hear a damn thing. So now we got a match next week between Natalya and Dana Brooks.
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke. I thought there was an S at the end.
No.
Dana Brooke. Okay, next.
Finn Balor is being interviewed about his injured elbow and ribs. He says he won't be able to push around and held down by a guy like Bobby Lashley, and he will take Bobby Lashley's Intercontinental belt.
But that would not be the case. It was supposed to be a match between Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor. Sadly, Bobby Lashley didn't believe that he even had the right to fight Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental title. So instead, he has him fight Lio Rush, and that would be the match. Lio Rush versus Finn Balor, who is still technically injured. They even made a comment saying he looked like a mummy, even though the only thing he had bandaged that was visible was the one on his ribs. Midsection, abdomen, what do you want to call it? The match would go on, and Lio Rush would just own that match until Finn Balor got the 1, 2, 3 pin. And Bobby Lashley was livid. He goes in there trying to chase him, and Finn Balor is just not having none of that. He gets away. It worked out that way, did it for them, huh?
Paige, music hits, and she talks about her movie.
And that's it. They showed a trailer for the movie. That's it.
And asked everyone if they miss her.
There you go.
This is on stage with the Moment of Bliss set up. She introduces everyone to the show and introduces EC3 as her guest.
And then everybody else comes out. We had Nia Jax and Tamina interrupting as usual. Mm-hmm. Then, courtesy of him being interrupted last week, he interrupts Nia Jax. And by who? It's Dean Ambrose.
Yep.
Poor EC3 didn't get one word in. He's just like, well, he didn't need it. He knocked him the fuck out. It would be EC3 versus Dean Ambrose after that. And surprisingly, EC3 won.
By pinfall.
Dean Ambrose is just running out of luck.
And you heard Renee Young, she was sticking by her man. Kurt Angle is interviewed and says he wasn't expecting to compete tonight, but something told him he had to pack his gear. Kurt is glad he's not fighting alone. Braun Strowman says he will make sure Drew and Corbin get these hands.
So the tag team of Kurt and Braun versus Drew and Baron.
I have more.
Oh, yeah, then Mojo Riley talks to himself in the mirror, hyping himself up again, but isn't in the match. When is he gonna wrestle? When? Stop hyping yourself and get it done.
They don't have nobody for him to wrestle yet.
Bull! They have a full roster. Don't.
Yeah, but
don't,
you know the rest the people in the back who work for this man, they always try to
have him fight somebody from the hometown.
Listen, they always try to put them out of the show for a while, just like they did to Zack Ryder. Remember?
Yeah, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins are a team now. They were talking about that, calling themselves losers, hoping the get from there because Zack Ryder's name wasn't even spelt right. They spelled his name with an H at the end.
See,
it's supposed to be Z-A-C-K.
But see, they doesn't like to get wrestlers like that airtime. They want to get top wrestlers like Seth Rollins and Randy Orton airtime. You know that's what they do.
Okay. So it would be the last match between those four: Kurt, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. And the whole match, most of the time, you see freaking Kurt Angle getting assaulted, getting worn out. Baron Corbin just doing the freaking running them over. But it's good to see that Kurt Angle got the win with the Angle Slam. Nice. Next, SmackDown. We'll be right back. And we're back. It would be Charlotte Flair that comes out during SmackDown on the opening, talking smack about Becky Lynch and saying that because she's injured, maybe she was suggesting it, that she fight Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch, who's suspended, comes out from underneath the WrestleMania sign. They put the spotlight on her and comes down the ring and, Roman Reigns style. So, words would be shared, insults, and Triple H comes out to actually state the obvious that, one, this ain't about Charlotte Flair. She took offense to that. Mm-hmm. And Becky Lynch, the whole time, just to make it short, because we already hit the 20-second mark, Triple H just takes notice that potentially Becky Lynch is actually scared not to see the medics and be told that she wouldn't compete. It's the fact that she's scared to actually fight Ronda Rousey and disappoint everybody, including herself. At least that's how I put it. Mm-hmm. So with that said, she smacks Triple H and just walks away. And that's all they said. So we'll have to wait and see if they fight at WrestleMania. Next.
The Good Brothers versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Too sweet. Although
I knew Rusev wasn't gonna last long as a babyface. I knew it.
I'm trying to see. Okay. See, I'm thinking the Good Brothers probably won because I'm trying to remember, and no. It would be thanks to Lana prep talking, motivating Shinsuke Nakamura, who was thrown out of the ring during the time to help Rusev, and it worked. They would actually beat the Good Brothers, the club, Bullet Club members. Let's just call it that. You know it is. You know they're not Bullet Club members in WWE, but you know they are. You know they are. In which case, that would be the winners, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. That sucks. Mustafa Ali says, okay, they're just prepping themselves for the Elimination Chamber. And they say that The Miz and Shane are going to have the Usos on the talk show next week. Another mention. There you go. It would be Randy Orton versus Mustafa Ali.
But you was over for Mustafa Ali.
Yep. Oh, you know for a fact Randy Orton won that match. Yes.
Did you change it in the bathroom? You changed in the bathroom?
I already changed.
I don't know. Same.
Sorry, we had a little difficulty right there, but otherwise we're good. Mustafa Ali loses the match on account of him going to the top rope, but Randy scouted that, freaking pulled his leg and RKO'd him Well, he didn't pull. He separated his legs, forcing him to go head first, and then RKO'd immediately. It would be then Samoa Joe jumping Randy Orton, putting him through the Kimura lock, as well as Mustafa Ali. I gotta see if I can finish this real quick. Damn, what the hell? There we go. It would be then Naomi and Carmella, who decided to team up with each other. I figured that's what's going to happen for the last team. Versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus the Iconics. Basically, after they had their third selective team slot filled for SmackDown, for the Elimination Chamber, for the chance to be the first WWE Tag Team Women Champions, they would have them fight all three of them against each other, getting ready for the Elimination Chamber. And they did pretty good. That match was pretty good. But the ratings said otherwise. These assholes. But anyway, it would be pretty obvious that the...
But you know, that made Fox Sports mad about the ratings.
Yeah.
They said that he needs to work hard so they can and stop horsing around.
You already know that the favorite team was going to be Naomi and Carmella, which they're calling themselves the Fabulous Glow. Get in the frame. But sadly, despite all that said, once again, his girl, Mandy Rose, gets the pinfall on Naomi. So they get the hype going into the match. Now, again, the majority of the show was being talked about the 6 competitors going in for the Elimination Chamber for Daniel Bryan's World Championship.
WWE Championship.
Okay, WWE Championship. And afterwards, finally they would have the match between Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan. Title was not on the line. And honestly, I remember this part. I was upset. Very upset. Jeff Hardy would win by disqualification on account that he was this close to beating Daniel Bryan right there in the center of the ring after a twist of fate, swanton bomb, but immediately after hitting the well, not even that. He would go for the swanton bomb, but get shoved by Samoa Joe, interfering once again. He would attack, and everybody just comes out. Just everybody comes out. And it just becomes a brawl, while Daniel Bryan and his, person who follows his beliefs.
Luke Gallows. I'm getting into some stuff.
I know, right? Eric Rowan would actually make big complaints after their statement earlier that night, saying that they were the people to save the planet. Yada, yada, yada. AJ Styles even made an appearance to they just all fought. They just fought.
But you saw,
and Daniel Bryan was running with Eric Rowan.
But did you saw Samoa Joe? He was getting ready when he heard Daniel Bryan music came in. You know he was getting ready. He's about to go attack Daniel Bryan.
He's like, nope, don't do that.
Until he saw
Eric Rowan got in the front of him. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much what was it. This is crazy. End the show. Yep. Daniel Bryan was just complaining at the end. Why are they interrupting? It was my match. Why were they doing this? Why? It's me.
Daniel Bryan, when you have the biggest prize in WWE history, of course that's going to happen.
And you saw they had that title again.
People were complaining about that title.
I know they were. I can imagine. I know they were. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that would be the end of the show. Anything else you wanted to add?
And that match in the Elimination Chamber, I'm going to see it.
That's right. Yes. So here, I'm going to say it right now. I want to tell you, on TV. Yeah. I mean, not TV. On YouTube.
Yes.
I want you to actually do this. Every single match, get a photo of before on the audiences and after the matches. So you actually see how many people were leaving and going.
I got that when I went to the Raw show.
You only did a few. I got
more.
Yeah.
But you know who I'm going for in the Elimination Chamber?
What are you going for?
Jeff Hardy.
Me? Honestly, I'm just going to enjoy the show. I don't care who wins. Honestly. Too many to pick. You got the ruthless styles of Samoa Joe and Randy Orton. The high-flying styles of Mustafa Ali and Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. And the submission specialist Daniel Bryan, who's the champ.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned Mustafa Ali. They're saying, here's the fact I read on social media, they're saying that he's not going to last so long in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's what he was prep talking. What if he wins? He didn't say he was. He just said, what if?
He's not going to last long in that dangerous match. Because
miracles can happen.
He's a small, they're saying he's a cruiserweight wrestler.
He could be the last person to be out of the chamber, so we don't know. We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. And he'll see live, and I'll see at home.
Or first person out of the chamber.
No, first person to wrestle between
first person to be eliminated.
But I'll say it again. If Daniel Bryan is the first person to be eliminated, or at any point, not the last two people, new guaranteed WWE champion. Plain and simple. And will they hold up that environmental friendly title, or will somebody just pop out that old title or a brand new title altogether?
That's going to happen.
And it's going to be blue.
No.
Yeah.
He does not.
Yeah, I foresee they might make it blue. I'm not 100% sure, but I can see them doing that.
No, WWE said they're not going to do that. They're going to change back to where it was if one of the wrestlers win.
All right. Well, that's the end of our show. If you like the show, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button if you like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven Monsters podcast. Also, in the link description down below will be two links, one for Xavier Hill and one to Mike Henry's. Both links will direct you straight to their YouTube page because they are fellow members of the Heaven Monsters podcast. Peace out, y'all. You gonna say peace?
Peace.